A dismal report takes a look at the academic challenges that students are facing inside the classroom.
Data from the nation's report card shows students across the country are struggling to read with historically low scores. For more on this concerning trend, Jeanne Allen, the founder and CEO of the Center for Education Reform, joins us. Jeanne, what is happening here, especially when it comes to reading?
It has been a crisis for 40 years, Eva. This is not new, but our attention is more riveting right now because of what happened during COVID. And here's what we know. We know that if a parent right now asks their child to look to the right, to the left, and behind, the chances are those children will not make it to high school.
Wow.
That is how bad the reading and math results are. Even though we had some upticks in math, reading continued to slide even among our most advantaged kids. Our system is broken. Our parents need freedom and flexibility. Our teachers need to be held accountable. And our entire nation needs to focus on this issue and this issue alone.
And we made gains in math, but only in a few districts. Why is that?
Well, two things are happening. First of all, the states where leaders really do drill down and give their teachers and their leaders freedom and flexibility, states like Alabama and Tennessee have said to them, I don't care what happens, I don't care who you have to get rid of, break the rules, let's focus on these kids and bring in great instruction. But even then, it's fewer than 40% of our children who are proficient in math. So it's helping, but where you see the vast majority of kids are in schools where they're not held accountable. Schools open, listen, this is the truth. Schools open whether or not they're doing well, and they don't close.
But who's paying the biggest price? Is it minority kids who are living in low-income neighborhoods?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the advantaged kids are always going to be a little bit better. They're going to show up places. They're going to get the jobs. They have social capital, right? It is the disadvantaged kids. The black kids, 16% of black kids in 8th grade cannot do math proficiently. And so every time these stats come out, the nation says, oh my God, that's horrible, but it's not my kid. Let me tell you something. Even in the better performing school systems, even in better states, quote unquote, those kids are still not performing at grade level. But the state tests mask it, right? Because states game their test scores. So if you think your state or community is getting 70 to 80% of your kids are doing well, quote unquote, that's because you only had to get 50 or 60% of the problems right to get that 70, 80%.
Okay, you talk about parents, and I heard you mention COVID. I know friends that they don't read to their kids before they put them to bed. And a lot of parents are now using iPads because two parents are working and they're stressed and they're just trying to make it. How much are these screens having an impact on some of these scores that we're seeing?
Well, there's absolutely contributing factors from cell phones, from screens, etc. But that's not the problem. Those are symptoms, but they're not the cause. The cause is the lack of reading, the lack of content instruction. We have known for decades from research and practice that the science of reading is critical. Students need to understand a sound letter connection, they need phonetics, and they need really rich texts to stimulate their brain. We're not holding kids back. Even the wealthiest districts are saying we got to give out more A's, but at home parents can absolutely require and put books in front of their kids, and guess what? They're not going to be on the screen as much if they're engaged and interested.
Mm-hmm. And in 15 seconds, your message to lawmakers, to Washington.
You have to break up these monopolies. You have to give parents the option to go other places that affluent advantaged kids have always had. Give them choice, give them freedom, let them go.
Jeanne Allen, it's a real problem, one that we'll be following. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.